What is up, sexy beast? Ball Potato Salad here, and today we're going to be comparing the World War MP-40 to the World War II version and seeing which is the better weapon to have. So let's go ahead and get the shit started. So you guys should know the deal by now. First things first, I'm going to let you guys watch and listen to each of these weapons, just so you guys can actually get a feel for how they both look and sound, and overall for yourself decide which one you would prefer. So here you go.
Nothing to see here, Miss Annie.
So the MP-40 or the machine-gun pistol is an absolutely amazing weapon, both in video games and in real life. I actually do own a real MP-40, and I gotta say, it's pretty fucking amazing. I absolutely love it. I can definitely see why it was a powerhouse in World War II. It's a really fucking good weapon. I own both an MP-40 and a Thompson, and a soon-to-be PPSH, and I definitely think that if I was ever in a situation, I would rather have the MP-40 over the Thompson. Not trying to put down the Thompson or anything, but the MP-40 is really fucking good. It weighs so much less than the Thompson, so it's easier to maneuver. There's virtually no recoil to this MP-40 whatsoever. In my opinion, it's just all around a better weapon. So saying that, as we go throughout this comparison, I will be chiming in and comparing the video game versions to the real life version. So let's go ahead and get on to the first comparison, and the first comparison is going to be the fire rate. I line up both these weapons side by side and I start shooting at the exact same time. The World War II version is going to be a little bit faster. Now I don't know the exact specs for the World War II version, but the World at War, the original, the OG MP-40, its fire rate was about 535 rounds per minute, so we definitely do know that the World War II version has to be faster than that. And to give you guys an idea of like just number-wise how fast that is, the Thompson actually shoots in World at War, I believe, around like 925 rounds per minute, somewhere in that general area, and the MP-40 actually does 535, so almost half of the Thompson's fire rate. Alright, next up is going to be accuracy. We're going to be taking a look at hipfire and recoil, and let's go and take a look at hipfire first. So when it comes to hipfire, I would definitely prefer the World at War version. That hipfire is pretty fucking accurate. That MP-40 has always been known for its really accurate hipfire, while in the World War II version, I guess it's a little bit more realistic in a way because you're kind of going all over the place. With the World War version, those reticles aren't moving and you're basically going to hit whatever you aim at. While with the new and improved World War II one, those reticles are kind of going all over the place and it's kind of moving all around, so you're really probably not going to be as accurate as you normally would. And when it comes to recoil, I think I would still rather have the World at War version. The main reason for that is because every gun in World at War doesn't really have like realistic recoil, I should say. The gun just kind of goes straight up, while in World War II, they're getting a little bit more fancy, you know, getting high tech, and the recoil is kind of going to go all over the place. It's going to go up and then left and then right, so it's really not going to be just going straight up. In World War, at least you know it's going to go straight up, so you kind of know what to expect and you can kind of compensate for that recoil. While with the World War II version, it's going to go up and to the right, so you would kind of have to aim down and to the left. Now the World War II version's recoil doesn't go up as fast as the original one, but I would still much rather have the World War MP-40 when it comes to accuracy than the new World War II one. So when it comes to accuracy, I'm definitely giving this one to the OG MP-40. And last but not least, before we actually get onto the upgraded versions, let's go and take a look at the reload speed. And if I start reloading at the exact same time, the World War II version is going to be a little bit faster. Not by a lot, but definitely by a noticeable margin. One last thing before we do actually get to the upgraded versions. One thing that I thought was really cool was that both these weapons, when you actually buy them off the wall, carry the same amount of ammo. They're going to carry 32 in its magazine and 192 in stock. And I actually thought in World War II that was a really cool throwback to the original MP-40. I don't think any other weapon in World War II that I can think of off the top of my head carries the same ammo that it did in World War. So I really do think that's a pretty cool sign of respect to the original OG MP-40. Alright, so now that we have both those weapons upgraded, let's go and take a look at all those tests over again. When you actually upgrade the World War MP-40, it's going to turn into the Afterburner, and when you upgrade the World War II version, it's going to turn into the Hardly Workin'. So I line up both these weapons side by side and I start shooting at the exact same time, and the World War II version is still going to be the faster version. And just to give you guys a rough estimate on how fast it actually is, the Afterburner in World at War is actually going to shoot 600 rounds per minute, so the World War II version definitely has to be a pretty decent amount ahead of that because it's definitely a lot faster than the original one. So it looks like when it comes to overall speed, the World War II version is definitely going to claim that win. But when it comes to accuracy, I'm still going to give it to the original World at War version. Doesn't really seem like anything changed when it comes to accuracy when you actually upgrade these things. The World at War MP-40's accuracy and Hipfire is basically going to be the exact same. It's going to be pretty spot on. While with the World War II version, again, you're kind of going to go up and to the left, up and to the right. It's not really going to be as predictable as the original one. So when it comes to accuracy, I'm going to go with the original World War MP-40. Alright, and last but not least is going to be the reload speed. If I start reloading at the exact same time, again, like I said previously, the World War II version is going to win in the speed category, and it's going to have a faster load speed. So if you take away ammo and take away power, these two weapons are pretty evenly matched. One's faster and one's more reliable. So if they carried the same amount of ammo and did the same amount of damage, it would be a pretty tough call on which one you would prefer. Me personally, you know I love those weapons with fast fire rates, so I would definitely probably prefer the World War II version, but I can see a strong argument to be made for the original World War MP-40. And if you were to ask me which one is closer to the real-life MP-40, I'm definitely going to have to say the World at War version. It looks very, very similar to my MP-40, and it behaves incredibly similar. My MP-40 has like virtually no recoil whatsoever. I had my fiance shoot my MP-40 and she shot about 20 shots of it, and at around like 10 to 15 feet, she was really accurate for her first time ever shooting it. I was pretty impressed. She had a really nice grouping. The only thing that I kind of noticed was that she was aiming a little bit to the left, but other than that, she was able to handle the recoil and everything else, and she was able to use it really effectively. So unfortunately, I can't show you guys any of the footage of her actually shooting it. That's going to be for the solo MP-40 video, but if you were to ask me which one is more similar to the real-life version, I'm definitely going to say the World at War MP-40. Alright, so now let's take a look at both these weapons on round 50. Let's go and start with the original World at War version first. So this weapon on round 50 is a pretty shitty weapon. You guys know me, I love the MP-40, but goddamn, it's not that good on high rounds. One of the main reasons it's not that good is the lack of ammo this thing actually does carry. When you actually upgrade this thing, it doesn't gain that much more ammo. It's only going to carry 64 in its magazine and 192 in stock. It carried that much in stock unupgraded. This thing virtually carries no ammo. And the bad part about that is, even though it's a wall weapon, you're probably not going to make that 4,500 points back to continue buying more and more ammo, so in the long run, you're probably going to be losing points and not gaining points. And the other thing that really kind of sucks about the MP-40 in World at War is its location. It's not really located in the most ideal position. If I'm going to high rounds, I really don't think I ever find myself in that teleporter room. I find myself running through the animal testing lab, but I never find myself in that actual teleporter room, so getting ammo for this weapon is definitely easier said than done. I do not see this thing outperforming like the Thompson or the Type 100 or the FG42. I would much rather have any of those weapons than this one. Now, I'm not trying to completely shit on the MP-40. I do think it is a very fun weapon to use, and I loved it in Black Ops 1 Kino. But in World at War Zombies, they really just did not give this thing a chance on Doris whatsoever. If I was to have a say in it, you know where I would throw it? Right next to Double Tap. That's exactly where I would put it. That is a prime location, perfect for it, or like make a spot for it on the bridge or something like that, to where the only way you can actually get it is to turn on power. I feel like if it was thrown in a better location and given a little bit more ammo, it would be a much more viable option, but sadly, it's not either of those things, and it's just a piece of crap on high rounds. Now, the World War II version, on the other hand, is actually pretty decent on high rounds. Just like every other weapon in this game, it can actually hold its own. Now, it's not the greatest weapon in the game. I would definitely say it's probably about average. It's not like the M1 or the SBT or anything, but it's definitely not as bad as some of the other weapons in this game. It's pretty benchmark. And the good part about World War II Zombies is ammo is pretty easy to get. You can either run back to Pack-a-Punch, or you can actually go to the wall buy. And with the MP-40, both of those are like located right next to each other. So when it comes to getting ammo, it doesn't really matter where you go because they're both located in the same exact spot. But whenever I do play World War II Zombies, I always kind of find myself grabbing this MP-40, not because I think it's like amazing or anything, but because it just feels right. I don't know what it is about it, but I just love using the MP-40 in this game. It just feels good in my hands. I don't know if it's just my love for the MP-40 or what it is, but I like using it in this game, and I just can't tell you guys why. So I really don't think I need to give my verdict for which weapon is the better weapon to have, both on early rounds and on high rounds. The World War II version is by far going to be the better weapon to have, but when it comes to which one is more similar to the real-life version, I would definitely say the original World War MP-40 is going to be more similar to a real-life one. Now, if you were to ask me, Rabbit, which one would you rather just fuck around with? I'm probably again gonna have to say the World War II version. I don't really know what it is about it, but I just generally enjoy using that MP-40. It just feels like a fun gun to use in that game. I really can't tell you guys why I love it. Maybe you guys have a certain gun in that game that you just really like using, and you can't explain why. That's the MP-40 for me in that game. And I would honestly compare it to like the Kar 98 in Der Riese, the MP-40 in Kino der Toten, or like the MP-5 in Black Ops 2. There's a lot of weapons in zombies that aren't just good, but they're just really fun to use, and that's the MP-40 in World War II for me. So saying all that, that is going to be the end of this video, and real quick I want to say shout out to my Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome as hell and I love you. I have another reaction video going up soon, and I wrote all you guys' names on my head for it, so keep your guys' eyes out for that, and you guys are also going to get some cool stuff when I actually do make this MP-40 video. If you guys want to be a Patreon supporter, go and check out that link right in the description, it'll take you straight to it. And also go and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to see some thick booty, go follow me on my Instagram and Twitter, you won't be disappointed. And also, if you really feel like it, go and follow me on my Twitch and Discord, even though I would strongly advise not going to my Discord. It's toxic as all hell. And last but not least, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.